Our vision is to be an international reference in aesthetic medicine training, promoting the development of professionals capable of responding competently and ethically to the demands of a constantly evolving sector. That's the second statement that I also stand for. Because aesthetic medicine is growing so fast, this field is growing so fast and develops so fast, we need to develop with that market. That's why here we teach the techniques that are really up to date based on the latest studies. And our values is academic excellence, professional ethics. We value responsible, safe, and ethical practice in aesthetic medicine, always respecting the well-being and rights of the patient, because at the end of the day, the patients are those who are beneficiaries of our treatments. So they are the ones who should feel safe and that we really took care of them. Safety and confidence. We guarantee a safe learning environment, providing knowledge on healthcare regulations, complication management, civil responsibility, and the most up-to-date scientific evidence. Innovation and technology. We invest in the use of technological resources and modern methodologies to ensure effective, practical, and market-adapting learning. That's why we use the online platform, and that's why the program of the master is divided into two different parts. One is online, and you can watch it on our platform. So every theoretical class is on this platform. Those classes are divided into modules, and you can watch them whenever you want and as many times as you want. I believe this is the best way to learn, to just repeatedly watch something and repeat, because it's hard to remember something if you see it just once. And the second part is, of course, this practical part, and this is a 7-day hands-on course in Madrid. And during that course, you will work with the doctors and practice on the real models. What I want to accelerate is that these are studies. So for those who maybe want to learn one-to-one, so one teacher, one student, this is not this. These are the studies. So you are divided into groups. The groups are like 5 to 7 people. It depends on the group, and for this group is one teacher. So this is the structure of it. And if you would like to learn more and have just one-to-one teaching, this is not here. But right now, please focus, because this is something that you keep asking me questions about that. What kind of diploma will I get after this studies? So you will get 2 diplomas. One is from UDIMA. This is the Spanish one. And one is from Poland, from Łódzki Uniwersytet Medyczny. And what is actually UDIMA? So this is the first private online university in Spain. Its methodology is based on distance learning, allowing you to combine your studies with other professional and personal responsibilities. Additionally, a diploma will be awarded by the University of Łódź. That's what I said. Upon completion of approval of the course, you will receive the master's degree in aesthetic medicine, nutrition, and anti-aging. Once the course is finished, and the accreditation process has started, you will receive a provisional certificate. This is very important, within a maximum of 3 months. So the first certificate you get, this provisional, you get after 3 months, and the original one, the original diploma, will be issued within 12 months. So the original one you will get after 12 months. Why? Because this is because the administration procedures, and we can't do nothing about it. And that's just the process. So of course this first one is valid, but the original one you will get just after 12 months. And what is also really important, that the UDIMA, this diploma, is not only valid in Spain, it's also valid in many countries in Europe. The master's in aesthetic medicine, nutrition, and anti-aging is not only academically recognized by the University of A Distancia de Madrid, so this IDIMA, with 60 ECTS, but is also acknowledged by British Association for Medical Aesthetic Complications, a leading institution in medical aesthetic training internationally. So this is also important. So to make it short, two diplomas, one from Poland, one from Spain, and you need to wait 3 months to get the professional one, and to get this original one, you need to wait 12 months. What does the master include? So what is included in the price of the studies? The civil liability insurance is included. This is crucial because thanks that you can carry out the practical sessions with complete peace of mind and professional coverage from day one. So you don't have to look for any insurance company. It's all in the price. So if something happens during the practical week, it will be covered by the insurance. All materials are included in the master's fee with no hidden costs, allowing you to focus 100% on your learning. We have our own clinics with established healthcare licenses, and we directly organize practical sessions with real patients through Amir. We will enjoy exclusive masterclasses focused on the latest trends in the medical and aesthetic field, and the access to specialized or online seminars to deepen your knowledge and always stay updated with complementary content. Real work-life balance with in-person practical sessions organized in an intensive week, so you can train without leaving your job. Progressive learning curve. Personalized support during and after the master's program with access to exclusive content, updates, and an active network of alumni and industry professionals. Double certification by Amir and the University of Łódź, tour in Madrid included, experience a guided tour in Madrid. So also during this practical week, you will have the guided tour in Madrid with the guide. And also, what is really nice, you will have meals. The meals are included from Monday to Friday, and those meals are in a restaurant. So it's a good opportunity to meet other students, to talk with them, and to meet different people, because you are divided into these groups, these smaller groups. Sometimes during the classes it's not possible to get to know each other. So that's why during the meals you will be able to do that. Objectives. So our aims is to acquire a broad or advanced knowledge of the different aesthetic techniques and procedures, not only at a theoretical level, but fundamentally at the practical level. I will show you that at the end of this presentation. I will show you the practical week schedule. I worked personally on that, and we are constantly improving. That's why this program is getting better and better, and I'm really glad to say that, but I will show you that at the end. We also want you to understand the key aspects for practicing and managing private consultation. Why? Because I teach, I also see that the biggest problem for beginners, for beginning doctors, isn't just the technique, but it's also the assessment of the patient. So for beginners, it's hard to actually pick the best procedures, the best treatments to the patients, and to also assess what kind of process led to the aging process. So this is very crucial to be able to, in an advanced way, assess the patient during this private consultation. We want you also to guarantee a promising career in the increasingly in-demand field of aesthetic care. That's why during Amir, there is also a module about building a personal brand, about talking to patients, about this assessing consultation, and about things that are really related to this profession as an aesthetic medicine doctor. And we want to provide comprehensive healthcare to patients in all areas related to medical and aesthetic procedures. Because, as I told you, patients are the most important to us. Of course, students also, but I mean, in the future, the patients are those who are the most important, who recommend us to each other and who want to feel safe and comfortable with us. So, in a nutshell, it's 60 hours hands-on practices plus 100 models per edition. So, as I told you, you are divided into groups, and for each group, there's like 4 to 6 modules each day. This is like every day, because the practical part lasts 7 days. So not 5, but it's from Monday till Sunday. And it's our 4th edition. So as I said, we are constantly improving, and every edition is better. Because we listen to what the previous students said, and we are trying to meet the expectations of all of the students, but it's not always so easy, because the students are during this master all over not only the Europe, but also the world. So we have also students not only from Poland, but also from Brazil or Argentina, so many different countries. And of course, the language is English. And the next edition starts in April 2026. And now, crucial thing, target audience. Who can enroll for the studies? So, the course is aimed to all doctors who wish to acquire a solid specialization in aesthetic medicine. And I want to say that it's not for dentists. Why? Because this is also a question that I get. Because in Spain, dentists are not allowed to do this type of procedures. This is because of the law, and as far as Amir is an academy, it must stick and respect the law. That's why only doctors can enroll for the studies. What I mean saying doctors. So you need to have your diploma, your degree in medicine. You can be during your internship, because in some countries there is an internship, and you can enroll for the studies and start them during your internship. The thing that is valid is this diploma. For international students, prior recognition or validation of the diploma is not required. So we respect the diplomas from your countries. No specialty required, so you can have just finished your diploma, and it's okay, you can enroll. And very important, to have a good understanding of the English language. What it means to have a good understanding. I would say B2, C1, but B2 is enough to understand the lectures. I think that if you have B1, you can always you can also benefit from the studies, but you will need to get familiar with a specific type of vocabulary of words that are actually used during this studies. So the medical words. And our teaching methodology. As I told you, as mentioned, all the theoretical component is delivered online, allowing you to balance your studies with your personal life. What I wanted to tell you is that I have finished those studies 3 years ago, and I also chose them because of that, because I was able to combine my personal life with the studies, because I could learn the theory whenever I wanted. So this is a great benefit of the studies. The theoretical classes are recorded and can be viewed later at your own pace. If you are unable to attend the in-person practical classes, you will have access to recordings of those sessions available on the students' platform, but of course, I recommend you to join the practical classes. On our digital platform, you will find high-definition recorded video classes, notes, and slides for each theoretical module. Course calendar. This is crucial. You have a calendar where you have everything from the very beginning. So the dates of the exams, the dates of the online tutorings, the dates of the master's final thesis. I will tell you about that later, but everything is known from the very beginning. So there is no, there won't be any surprises for you. Continuous support from our tutor, always available to answer questions and track your progress. So, viewing of online theoretical classes recorded, we know that the best way to learn is through practice. Therefore, the course includes intensive week of in-person practice in Madrid, and all the procedures are performed on a real patient. And let's go further. Right now, I would like to, before I will show you the scientific program, I want to tell you something about the division of this program. So the course is divided into a total of 10 modules, 9 theoretical modules and 1 thesis. After completing each module, except the last one, the student must take an online exam, totaling 9 exams. Support and final evaluation. After each theoretical module, an online tutorial will be held with the course tutor to clarify any questions related to the current module and to track each student's progress. Sometimes it's after one module, sometimes it's when there are no questions. It can be after a few modules, but we have an option to for you to ask questions after these modules, because I know that learning just from the materials that are recorded is hard. So that's why there is this opportunity to ask questions. And after completing the 9 theoretical practical modules, the student will need to complete the final module, module 10, which corresponds to the completion of the master's final project. And right now, let's go to the scientific program. So first module is general aspect. It contains introduction, medical history, diagnosis and beauty evaluation, photography and video, anesthesia, cardiopulmonary resuscitation and other emergencies, in aesthetic medicine consultations. This is very important. Communication, oral presentation, communications, interventions in the media, scientific publication, poster. Module 2, lasers and other light resources, so many light devices. I will skip that. And the third module, this is the one that I guess everyone waits for the most. It contains facial anatomy, proportions, skin structure and dermatological approach, dermocosmetics, topical treatments, pills, neurotoxins, bioplasty and volumization, implants, fillers and collagen stimulators, mesotherapy, microneedling, thread lifting, PRP, other devices, radiofrequency, HIFU, carboxytherapy, submental fat removal, and complications. Module 4 is hair aesthetic trichology. I know in Poland this is the field for dermatologists, but here in Spain also aesthetic medicine doctors take care of this field. So there is structure of the hair follicle, diagnostic techniques in trichology, alopecia, and patient assessment, treatments, hair mesotherapy, hair surgery, implants, and other cosmetic solutions. Module 5, body aesthetics, so anatomical concepts, photo-aged areas, neck, décolletage and hands, cellulite, localized fat, and much more. Module 6 is endocrinology and nutrition, because we believe this is also very important as far as our patients are not always in 100% healthy. Many of them have different diseases or just something that is out of the norm. So endocrinology, melatonin and aging, obesity, basic concept of nutrition, nutrients, healthy eating, diets, nutrients in nutrition, tools, resources in nutrition, anti-aging nutrition. So the whole module is also about that. Module 7 is global patient assessment. So facial and body plastic surgery, aesthetic dentistry, role of the aesthetician in the aesthetic medicine consultation, psychiatry, psychology, and coaching. 8, aesthetic medicine consultation, marketing techniques, biotechniques, and legal aspects of aesthetic medicine practice, how to set up an aesthetic medicine consultation, managing an aesthetic medicine center, how to create your personal brand, social media management. 9, other aspects, role of ultrasound in aesthetic medicine, because it's more and more popular, and I think it will be the device of the future. Aesthetics in oncology patients, this is also very important because we have much more oncology patients, patients right now than 10 years ago. And the future of aesthetic medicine. Module 10 is the master's final project, and then tutorings, so practical sessions and seminars. If it comes to assessment, at the end of each of the 9 modules that make up the course, the student must take a multiple choice exam. This is important. So after each module, you will have an exam. You need to have 70% correct answer to pass. And for those who don't pass, or those who choose this way, you can also have a final exam with questions related to all the course modules. On the other hand, if the student obtains a positive grade in all the continuous assessment exam, they will be exempt from taking the final exam. So you can pass this 9 modules exams, or you can pass the one big exam. But if you pass all of the 9 modules exams, you won't be. It won't be necessary for you to pass this one big exam. And the 10th module corresponds to the completion of the final master's project, which will be evaluated with a grade or pass or fail. Obtaining a pass grade is mandatory for the issuance of the final course certificate. Live-in experience in Madrid. So during this intensive week in Madrid, you will have, of course, this hands-on practice where you will perform aesthetic treatments on the real patients, but also you will receive an accommodation recommendations, so you can make the most of everything Madrid has to offer during your stay. Procedures carried out in Madrid. I will skip that because I want to show you the real program of this year's practical week. So we will come back to this. And the teachers, so me, as you can see me, I'm a coordinator and also a teacher during some treatments. And our teachers are also Dr. Wolfinger from Poland, Dr. Paradello, Dr. Cordero, Dra. Pinilla, Dra. Olgado, and Dra. Alava. And yeah, this is our team. And this I will skip, and right now I will show you the prices. So the registration fee, this is obligatory. This is 500 euros, and this amount is not deductible from the master's price. And the master's price is 600 euros, and it includes the title insurance fees. And if you are an ex-student of Amir, for example, you finished the trichology master or any different master, you will have the 15% discount. And I have a surprise for you, because for those who enrolled for this webinar, and only for those who enrolled for this webinar who are here with me, we have a special discount for the code that you will see in the chat. And thanks to this code, you will get the discount of 15% to the studies. And what else? I wanted to say that if you have any problems or troubles with the registration, or maybe you would like to talk about that, because I know it's not, it's a lot of money. So maybe it's not for everyone. So you can always contact us. I will also, you will also see on chat the website address. and then you will find this green icon of WhatsApp, and you can talk to someone from Amir from the proper division by WhatsApp. So here you have all of the contact details, and I wanted to show you right now the practical week schedule. So give me a second. I need to change the, no, not this, okay. No, this one first one. So this is the schedule for the practical week. This is the schedule for this year practical week. And okay, so you can see two different timelines, because we have two different two different bigger groups that are divided into smaller groups. Never mind. But on the first day, you will have anatomy workshop, then lunch, then facial mesotherapy, facial capillary PRP. On the second day, you will have upper third botulinum toxin, non-surgical rhinoplasty, under eye filler, lunch, blanching, nasolabial fold filler, chin jawline filler. And then on the third day, you will have hydroxyapatite, submental fat reduction, facial redensification, Synagos 200, mesotherapy, body mesotherapy. And then on the fourth day, botulinum toxin for gummy smile, collagen inductors, polynucleotides, then cheek filler, upper third botulinum toxin for hyperhidrosis. On fifth day, you will have lip day. It's lip hydration, hydroxyapatite, neck filler, lip filler young patient, lip filler old patient. And on the sixth day, you will have upper third toxin, Sculptra, so it's polylactic acid for body and for face. And during the seventh day, you will have lower third botulinum toxin masterclass, and this year actually with me.